Hi there, I'm Mrs. Robbins. I'm a teacher at Huntsville City Schools, and I'm really glad that you decided to do the summer program with us. This video is about sequencing. Some of the things we'll do on the video is learn the definition of sequence, and we'll listen to some signal words and repeat those back out loud. And we're also going to practice retelling the sequence of an event in order. So we have some fun little videos to watch to learn about sequence and what it is. So I hope you've been listening to some of your stories from Tales to Go. I know that I have, and I've enjoyed them. And when we're done with the video, you can try out doing sequence with some of those books that you've listened to or read. All right, let's get started. So first of all, what is sequence? So here's a definition. A sequence is a set of things or events that go in a certain order. The order of the event is the beginning, middle, and end. So we're going to watch a video, and I want you to listen for some of those words that tell us the sequence that happens in the beginning. Listen for the word middle, and for what happens at the end.
This is Kaya.
Kaya.
She knows that every good sandwich is just like a good story. It needs a beginning, a middle, and an end. So to begin her sandwich, she takes one slice of bread. Now she needs her middle. So she takes her meat and cheese. Then, to finish it off and do her closing, she grabs that last piece of bread, making sure Arnold doesn't eat it. Kaya, can you show us your beginning, middle, and end? That looks tasty.
What do you think? Did you hear the words? Let's practice by retelling the sequence of her sandwich. So first, the beginning. Do you remember what was at the beginning? Yes, it was a slice of bread. Okay, how about in the middle? The middle was meat and cheese. And at the end, tell me what was the end of her sandwich. Yep, another piece of bread. Good. Now there were some other words in that video that you might not have even noticed, but they're important. They're called signal words. So what are signal words? Authors often use signal words such as first, then, next, and last. Signal words help the reader identify a sequence of events. So they help us to understand the sequence. That means they help us understand the order of what will happen. So let's listen for the word first in this next video. Let's also listen for the word next. They're signal words. A few more we'll listen to. First, next, then, finally, and last.
Meet Kaya. Kaya likes to do things in order or in sequence. Let's see what happens when she washes her hands. First, she turns on the water. Then she gets soap on her hands. Next, she rubs her hands together under the faucet. She hums a little tune to make sure that she does it for long enough. The last thing she does is dry off her hands. Good job, Kaya.
So which of the words did you hear? Let's look at them again and repeat the words. They were first, say first. Next, say next. Then, say then. Okay, can you say finally? And now say last. Good. Now, why are we even talking about all this stuff? Why is story sequence important? Well, I want you to think about what might happen if something happened in the wrong sequence, if it happened in the wrong order. So we have one more video to watch, and we're going to watch what happens when we put events in the wrong sequence.
Now say
hi to Lauren.
She doesn't really know how to do things in the right sequence. Let's see what she does first. Well, she's rubbing her hands under the water. She's humming a song though. Wonder what she'll do next. Okay, she turned on the water. They're going in the right direction here. Oh. She already rubbed her hands under the faucet. She's doing it in the wrong order. How will her hands get clean? Okay, she's drying off dry hands. Still in the wrong order. I don't think this is working out for her. Let's find out what she does last. Oh, soap? Well, when you do your soap last, it gets ooey-gooey. Gross. All right, Lauren. It doesn't work out when you don't do things in the right sequence. Nice try.
So now let's practice for ourselves. Which sandwich is in the right sequence? Is it the one at the top or the one at the bottom? Do you remember beginning, middle, and end? Which one has the correct beginning, middle, and end in the right sequence? It's not the one at the top. It's the one at the bottom. And Arnold knows it. Look at him. He's ready for the sandwich. Cutie. Let's practice one more time. We'll practice putting the hand washing in the right sequence so that we don't end up like Lauren, huh? All right, so what was the first thing to washing hands? The first was turning on the water. So you see I wrote turn on the water at the top of this chart. This is one way we can put sequence on paper, is we can use words to put what happened first all the way to what happened last. So this is a chart for sequence. So if I have turn on the water at the top for the first thing, what would happen after turn on the water? Get soap. So you see I put that next on the page. What happened after get soap? Rub hands in the water. And then turn off the water. And then last, what happened finally? You dry your hands at the end. So you see that's at the bottom of the page, what happened last. Now it's your turn to put something in sequence. Can you practice putting something in sequence on a chart at your own house? I like to do sequence with stories sometimes. Here's a good story to do sequence with. When you picked up your bags, it had this book called A Bad Case of Stripes for some of you. You can also listen to A Bad Case of Stripes on Tales to Go. If you listen to this story or read this story, can you make a chart like this? Can you draw one? When we meet on the computer on another day, I'd love for you to tell us all about your chart. You can also take a picture of your chart and put it in the comments below if your parents say it's okay. We'd love to see it. So that's it for today. Thank you for learning about sequence. I hope you have fun making your own chart of things that happen around the house or books that you've read or anything else that you can think of. See you next time.